Hi folks, welcome to Smart Factories. In this video, I'm going to show you how to read Modbus TCP IP from ABB RVG200 using Node-RED and show it on the dashboard. So these are the different steps we have here. Step 1, RGV200 setup and reading the data sheet of RGV200 and what errors we get while trying to read the data from using the simulator and setting up the Node-RED and what different problems we can get it. That's what I'm going to try here. So the first step is RGV200 setup. RGV200 setup is, I'll show how to do that. This is my RGV200. I set it up here, and in this, let us go to chart view. This is how it is right now. What I do is RGV200 when you're doing that, right? So what I did was I set it up channel 3 in this, and I'll have the screens for that. Let me show the screen 3. I took the screenshots while doing it. Yeah, this is the analog input in channel 3, and I connected a thermocouple. I put a name tag like this, and I have an alarm too also on that one. And right now we're not interested in alarm. I'm not reading any data from alarm. Basically, this what we are going to read. This analog input we are going to read through TCP IP. That's what we are going to do it. The analog input, the setup, what we need to do is on the RGV200, you need to go to settings. Configuration and settings. In the settings, you'll see Ethernet. Click on Ethernet and set it up DHCP. And then after that, when you click on this more and you get TCP IP, set it up as a slave and port 502, and you will get your IP address for me here. I can see it an IP address when you hook up your Ethernet port into this, and you'll get your IP address assigned to it. And make sure that your PC and your RVG200 are on the same network. So same network, and you connect your PC to the same network, same Wi-Fi or Wi-Fi or with wire. So that's what we are going to do. Now this is how the setup is. Now next thing is what we do is the next thing is a data sheet. Data sheet is basically reading the manual where because I hooked up it to the analog input 3. Let us go through the manual, and the manual looks like this. I got the manual from their ABB website. So go to Modbus. In this one, go to the Modbus location where TCP IP is there. In this, we are interested in coils, not coils, read holding registers. This is what we are interested in, because we are connecting analog input. So let us go to analog input where it is. I'm trying to see the registers, where the registers are read. Yeah, here registers B5 in this, right? So our thermocouple is connected here. Thermocouple is connected here. So we have to read these registers. So when I try to use a simulator, because I'm connected, I try to use the simulator ModScan. This software is popular, and ModScan 32. And what the problem is, I'm getting timeout, but I'm getting invalid messages when I try to do it. See, I hooked up when I see the connection, right, and I disconnect and connect, right, and I connect. I enter the IP address 192.168. This is my my device IP address assigned, and when I try to connect it, right, it's not working. I mean, it's not, I'm not device, let us say connected, I'm getting device timeout, but it's not, or sometimes incorrect messages. So I'm getting errors, let us say, even, so this, I tried to change the device ID to yeah, see, it's giving a received invalid response to Modbus query. So it's connecting, but it's not giving good response to me. So what I thought was how to find it out. What I did was then I found another software. I'll give the link to this software also. It is called CAS Modbus scanner. So I installed it, and I click on the discover and enter your IP address in this. Mine is 47 here. This is my local. So I start scanning. See, it tries all the different devices and functionalities. It takes the device 0 and tries connecting with them all three functional 1, 2, 3, 4. It tries, right. In this, if you see, right, I'll stop scanning now. In this, if you see 1 and 3 for device 0 is working fine. So all others it is timing out. So, but in this scanner, we are trying device ID 2, 1, but it's 0, it's not taking. That is the problem here. This is not working with 0. So see, when I've changed to 0, it's coming back, going back to, see, are giving error. That's why this mod scan 32 won't work for us. So I mean, to read it. So this CAS Modbus scanner is good, and it scans which one is good, and so that's how I found device ID 0. Nowhere in the manual they have given which device they are passing. So I tried using this one. I tried using this CAS Modbus scanner. I found, that's how I found it. This is, there is no other way you can find it. Okay, that's what I did, and I'll close this. That's how I found it. That's the error I got it. So that's how I found it, and I'll close this one. We don't need to this anymore because we found the device ID is 0, right? So now next thing is we need to start Node-RED, and we need to start the Node-RED, and as I already showed you, we are sending data in thermocouple, and the thermocouple is connected to A3. I can show you how remote monitoring, how it is showing it up. See, this is what I'll show. What is that? Indicator view. See, this is now thermocouple is connected, and it's 22. The temperature right now it is showing, and I'll pause the video for a second and see if the temperature is rising or not. Just a second. Yeah, I changed the temp. I just put some heat on it on the thermocouple. The temperature is now 132. You can see it. So we'll read this temperature using Node-RED and TCP IP modules. That's what I'm going to set it up now. Let us see. I'll start Node-RED. on this. Node-RED start. So we're starting Node-RED. Now, once Node-RED is up, now what to do is I'll go to Node-RED. this is what I did. Noted the flow. I'll share this flow and I'll export this and share it to you on GitHub. I'll post it. And this is what this is the trigger and the function I wrote. This one. I build a message payload and okay. This the requirements for this is which one I installed actually the Modbus, right? Look for this is what I installed. See, this is a Modbus palette I required. I mean, like look for which one. If you go to manage palettes, right? Look for Modbus. See, this is what, right? I used this Modbus, Node-RED contrib Modbus. I installed that one. You can install that same thing, and once you have all these nodes are available. So in this, what you do is the requirement to pass that one, right? So we need to build a payload. So this is how you build it. Message, function code 3, and unit ID. This is what, right? The unit ID, and this is what was giving problem to me. Now we need to figure out what unit ID you have. Typically 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Like that, anything. I was trying with 0 and I was not getting any data. I was trying with 1 and I was not getting any data. So finally with this CAS Mod scan, CAS scanner, Mod scanner, I was able to figure out it was the unit ID is 0. So then starting from 0 and 10 registers, I want to get the data for next 10 registers. That's what the message load is for actually. So I just get the 10 and wherever the data is there, we'll see. That's what my goal is, intention is, okay? And I'll clean up this maybe. I'll clean up this, so delete error messages. Clear the log, okay? And now we'll see how it goes. All right. Now the function code. That's what we have to pass this function. We have to pass this message to this this Modbus device. This Modbus read. I'll click that one. This is a Modbus Flex getter node. This is what it is. You be careful about which one you are using it. So you need to set up your server. So this is how I set it up. Very simple. This is not hard. So I just named any name and put TCP IP and my my IP address, my host IP address, and port that. That's it. 502. This we already set up. This IP this 502 we already set up on RVG200. I have it. So I don't need to update it. I'm just leaving it like that. That's pretty much. That's all I have. We have to do it. So and once the next thing is the result. How to process the result. That's what it is. Right? So the response comes like this. If you hook up it has got two outputs. One output is connected to this Modbus response, and it is giving data like this, some numbers. That's right. If you see that, right? So how to convert these two data? We need to, let us say, 1 and 2 together. For example, in data sheets, right? Register 1 and 2 is together. It makes a sense. That's what it is. So these two and these two makes a sense. So these and these two are together. What I tried is that there is a code. I'll share anyway. This also I'll share it. There is a code, and in this site I'll share this link also. To convert to 16-digit integer to 32-bit float. That's what this integer to float conversion. And we have to get this code from this Stack Overflow. I found this and I used the code from that. So bytes 4 and 5 have the data I needed. That's what I found it. So then now let us see, and I created a small dashboard on this one and to get the message to see the result on this one. We can format it, and but I did not do much decimal adjustments, and we can do that later. So I'll just what I do is I'll trigger this one. So now what? Let us see what it does. It is passing the same. This data is almost displayed here through this message, right? Debugging. So I'm getting this one. So the temperature now, if you see this, right, with my conversion, it is coming up at 31. If you see the dashboard, this will look like this. The dashboard will look like this is the temperature I'm getting. And what I do is temperature. I'll change this one to, let us say, I'll inject repeat control per second, let us say. I'll deploy this, so it's keep doing it. Every second it tries, and the temperature is falling on because I just kept the thermocouple in air right now. So the temperature is changing. That's what pretty much is this about. So here in this, what we did was, and the main critical thing is in this, there are 2 points I would like to know is identifying the device ID, and basically device number, and device number, unit ID, basically unit ID, and converting that one to float. These are the 2 main things in this one we need to understand. Okay? So once you know this, that's pretty much, that's all we have to do it. So I'm going to share the details of the links here when I am going to change it back. Now the temperature is now in front of you. It's changing now. It's keep falling down. I started with 100 degrees. Now it's 27. So, all right. Thank you all, folks. And that's pretty much, that's all I have to share it. And I'll share this. So node setup, and now we are able to see it. Okay. Thank you.